Hi students, how are you all? Welcome in our SS lecture and we have chapter 8 India, Climate, Vegetation and Wildlife. So in this chapter we'll see about India's climate conditions and about that vegetation, natural vegetations and wildlife. Now India is a unique country and it has different type of weathers and climate conditions. It is one of the greatest country which have different type of climate and weather conditions in different parts of the country. The vast extents of the country varied that land forms contribute and to its this variety is there in different parts of the country. We have hot deserts in India and cold deserts also, high mountains also and low plains also there. Some places are there, they have maritime climate and extremely hot climate. In some places there is a hot climate, there will be a cold climate and in some places there is high rainfalls and some places are there with a low rainfall. Some places are dry throughout the year. We have deserts and many vegetations are there in our country. The variety in climate, the variety in climate that creates the flora and fauna, the physical features and the life of the people of India. It also affects on the physical features that of the country and the life of the people of country. And where is that the climate changes in climate and weather, it also affects the flora and fauna and the physical features and the life of the people in our country. So we'll see that the factors affecting India's climate, some factors are there that affects the Indian climate and the factors that play an important role in determining the climate of India are that factors are there: latitude, relief features, continentality and altitude. These more factors, four factors are there. They play an important role. They play an important role in the condition of climate and weather. So latitude, the Tropic of Cancer, it passes through the India, in the middle of India. It also divides the whole country into two parts. The two parts are there. They are getting that direct rays of suns. The southern part is there. It experiences that tropical, that climate, which is almost the same throughout the year. And it is the same climate throughout the whole year. And the northern part is there. It falls within the subtropical that zone where the hot seasons are longer and the cold seasons are for shorter time. Thus the climate is there. It is marked by two districts, that seasonal summers, winter, and in India's the vast latitudinal that extent is responsible for its wide climatic variance. That relief feature is there. So this way that latitude is there, it affects that the subtropical zone is there, that hot season is longer and cold season is there, it is for short period of time. Then relief feature is there, that will see the presence of the mighty that Himalayas, it acts as a wall and the protective barrier against the cold winds from the Central Asia. In the north, during the summer, the Himalaya trap, the monsoon that winds and its effects that lot of rainfall in that regions. So that affects the climate and weather of that place. Continentality is that it refers to the distance from the sea. Continentality. It refers to the distance from the sea to that place. So place is how much far from the sea and how much near from the sea. So it depends on the distance near the sea. So the long coastline of India, it influences a variety in the climate and weather. And coastal areas are there. The area in the interior of India have the extreme climate. So it's mostly fact that the distance from the sea, place is how much far from the sea, that depends, that it affects the climate and weather of that place. Altitude. The altitude of a place is also important factor of a climate and weather of a place. It affects the temperature. As the altitude increases, means the more height, then there will be cold, the air will be thin, and in temperature will decrease. Whenever the altitude increase, temperature decreases. That's why that places in the altitude are cooler throughout the year. Located on the hills, mostly the places located on the hills, they are cooler throughout the whole years. So most of the hill stations are there. On the mountains, they are cool throughout the whole year. Thus the hill stations like Srinagar, Simla, Mussoorie, Ooty, and that are there only they are cool throughout the whole year. Then seasons in India. We have the seasons in India. There are 4 main seasons. India experiences 4 distinct seasons during the year. It experiences 4 seasons during the year. They are the winter, summer, monsoon, and retreating of monsoon. These are the 4 main seasons India experiences throughout the whole year. So first of all, we'll see about the winter season. So the winter season, it starts around the December and it will last till the February. Means that winter season starts in India from that December and it ends in the end of the February. The temperature is low during this region, and in north side temperature will be low, and gradually temperature increases when we go in the south side. The northern plains are there. They are warm during the day. The northern plains are there. They are warm during the day and they are very cool at night. So in short, the northern plains are there. They are very warm during the daytime and they are cool in the night. The temperature decreases, and when we go in the south, temperature will increase. Then the temperature falls at 0 degree at night also, and in the Himalaya, that snowfall is there, that brings the cool wind from the mountains to the northern parts, and that most of the part of Himalaya they experience that snowfall during the winter season. So it makes the weather dry with the chilly winds, and in south mostly the concession of sea, the coastal areas are there. They experiences that moderate climate during the season. So the winter is there, that cool season throughout that months, and in south and will go, it's will experience the hot, and they are very near from the sea, so they'll feel that extremely hot climate. You know, two regions are there which receives two regions which receives the rainfall during these seasons. Two that regions are there that receives rainfall during this winter season. That the part of the India like that, Jammu and Kashmir, then Ladakh, Punjab, Haryana, and Delhi. These places are there. They receive that rainfall during this season. They receive rainfall during this season, and because of the cyclonic effects of weather, they get rainfall during that season. And well, that the cyclonic rain brings that cyclonic wind, it brings moisture with them, and its result as a rain in that particular place. So it's called the western disturbance. That places are getting rain during the winter. It is because of that the disturbance of in the western disturbance, and that's why January month they get rainfall. So these cyclonic storms originate and in Mediterranean Sea regions and enter in India, and as a result we have rain in that particular places. Another is there, Tamil Nadu is there, which receives rainfall in the northeast monsoon winds, and which picks the moisture from the sea west of Bengal most of it, and reaching the Coromandel coast of Tamil Nadu. And because of that effects, Tamil Nadu gets rain in that winter season, and it passes through the Coromandel coast, and it comes from that west, it's Bay of Bengal, and enter in the Coromandel coast of that Tamil Nadu state. Then we'll see about the summer season. The summer season is the hot season, and this season starts in India mostly in the March month to the end of the May. The summer season in India mostly it starts in the March month and it's till end of May, and hot and dry weather we experiences throughout these seasons, and it's extremely hot in every part of the country. During the due to the direct rays of sun in northern plains, we feel very hot in that season, and the climate is very hot and dry during that season. Due to the direct sun rays, we feel hot. The temperature crosses 30 degree to the 40 degree mostly, and we feel a lot of hot and dryness. In the March month, it's go above the 40 degree temperature, and hot and dry last that blow over many states of India. Some winds are there like a Loo, thunderstorm happening in lower temperature, and some local winds like Loo, Chinooks, they blow in that parts. So most of the dry winds or Loo also blow during this Loo wind blow in that time. India experiences pre-monsoon season towards the end of the summer season. Towards the end of the summer season, India experiences that shower towards the end of the summer season, and these monsoon showers are there that characterized by strong wind and heavy rainfall. In West Bengal, they are locally known as the Kal Vaisakhi is known. It brings a lot of moisture and rain with them in the end of the month of May. Monsoon season, we will see that monsoon season is there now. Monsoon or the rainy season, monsoon or the rainy season starts from the mid June and it will last till the end of the September. So June month to the end of September month there will be a monsoon season. During the summer season, during the summer month, a low pressure area is formed northern India, low pressure area of northern India, and it creates a low pressure due to the heat because of the summer month that the pressure area is formed over the north because the heat makes the light air makes the heat makes the air light. The heavy air will move from that places and come in the low pressure bed. So high pressure air from the sea is entered into the low pressure regions and the moisture laden winds from the high pressure to the low pressure and it brings lot of rain with them. As a result, in which place it moves from the high pressure to the low pressure, it brings a lot of rain with them. So a particular place it gets a lot of rain during that monsoon season. The wind which strike originates in India from the south hemisphere. Since these winds blow that from the southwest and brings a lot of moisture and rain with them. That they are cold, blow over the seas and pick up a lot of moisture with them and bring a very heavy rainfall in that place. The monster laden winds are dividing into two branches and in reaching this southernmost part of the Indian peninsula. They are the Arabian Sea branch and the west the Bay of Bengal branch. Arabian Sea range and Bay of Bengal branch. The Arabian Sea branch crosses the Kerala in first and in June. In the early June, it's crossing the Kerala and Kerala experienced the first monsoon season in our country and it receives the monsoon. The monsoon reaches in northern India by early June and the decrease in the quantity as the wind moves towards it decreases the quantity of moisture and water and as a result there will be less rain. So the most of the areas here by the coastal sea areas they get a lot of rainfalls during the monsoon season and the western Ghats are there, heavy rainfall from the Arabian Sea branch. Next is that the Bay of Bengal branch that crosses from the Bangladesh and split into the two parts. One passes from Meghalaya to Assam while the other crosses from Ganga plains and it's a result gets a lot of rainfall. This leads to the decrease in quantity of moisture and rainfall while moving that westwards. Our country's economy is there mostly depend upon the agriculture and that's why it is important for the arrival of monsoon on time. It is very important to arrive monsoon on time. Sometimes heavy rainfall causes flood and the crops will be failure. Sometimes because of no rain it occurs like drought. The retreating monsoon season. The season retreating monsoon is also known as the autumn season and it is in October and continue to the November. When the monsoon that is retreating, the pressure starts increasing in the northern India and this reverses the wind's direction and as a result the rain falls. It reverses the direction of monsoon wind and these winds from the northeast direction and towards the Bay of Bengal and it's also result as a rainfall. The leads of change in climate from that hot wet to the cool dry because of this wind, and these winds finally move towards the southwest direction, and the weather cools down. October and November month are considered to be the transitional month in the cycle of seasons. So these are the months, and that experiences different season throughout that year, and that these are the months and the different seasons we experience during the different time period in our country. So I hope you understand this information well. Okay, thank you children. Bye.